Hello and welcome back. This is day 321 of streaming every single day. Man, I've been waiting for this number to come over here because it'd be 321. And this is our 66th art stream. Today I'm going to be working more on Alfi's model. I'm not sure exactly how I'm feeling about the bangs right now. Specifically, like, let's see, I brought in a picture of it rather than actual art, so I can't, like, take any of the layers apart. But essentially, like, this part right here, I'm kind of questioning. Take the darker color real quick. This right here. Because this is my compensation for not wanting to block the eyes, because I'd like the expression of her eyes to be able to get through. And I think that's going to be one of the biggest things, because I feel like eyes, hair, and your VTube model's mouth are like three of the most important things in your model. Considering that's kind of like the main parts that's going to be shown on every stream. Because it's like kind of rare that you're ever going to see more than like this much of your model. Pretty much. So I'm just trying to think. I'd like to use this design with a small tweak of this being like a lighter gray on these metal parts here. I'm not too sure about what I'm going to do about the bangs, but I think I might remove some of the clutter on this side, and I'll keep like the longer hairs on this side to keep it more unique. Maybe I'll fix some of this stuff on the side, so I guess we'll just see where tonight takes us. I'm not going to stream too long, but I'd like to get enough work done too. So I'm going to try to see... Actually, wait, how did I get a picture of them so close together? I didn't pull them closer, did I? I guess this would be like splitting the image in half, but I'll be fine. The paper color's the same anyways. I did not make it a PNG. I want to do like a side-by-side for each part. And this is specifically my file for working on my VTube model concept. The design process. So now we're going to do this. And I'm going to go on this side and do like a little bit of a redesign kind of thing. This might be a little bit interesting, actually. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I have an idea, though. I have an idea. Like, if I were to... Because I never colored this part. That's true, actually. I never tried coloring this part. I have this hair right here curling. This one took like 5 different layers for the hair. Be kind of crazy. I actually like it a lot. Keep the stuff in the back, I guess. Maybe I'll redesign that. I like that this isn't editing our original photo at all. Or not fully. Remove this one. The whiplash hair, as I was calling it last time. And then we're gonna cut off this part right here. It's hard to actually figure out which one was which. I think I'm going to be removing the little hairs in front of the ears, though. I think it's just too much for the style I'm going for. Then we can remove... That means... Yeah, we can do this. It does mean her ears will be more visible. But I can also figure out another way to change that if I don't like it. Pretty much like that. And then we have this part here. See, this is much easier for me to tell now what's happening. And then we're gonna do this. And then I'll remove all of this, I'm thinking. Just to clean up some of the mess. Messy hair can be cute or can be nice or stylized, I guess, but I think it depends on how you do it. And I think the way I did it was not very eye-catching, maybe? Is the right term? I think I could have done better, is what I'm trying to say. Let me fix this part because I did realize I cut off this part right here. Like, I think there's a way to go about it. There's still a style of it. It might be crazy to call messy hair a kind of style, but it can be, at least in character design. Fix that part, and then this part here. This is much more easy to read, don't you guys agree? Much easier. This is the back layer back here. That we're trying to fix. And just like that, we have cleaned up the hairstyle, the whole design of it, actually, pretty much. I think that looks a little bit better. I'm still unsure about this spot right here. What I should do for it. So I have this other design. Which is supposed to technically cover the eye a lot. But it kind of reminds me more of like the Final Fantasy hair, and that's kind of why I don't want to do it. Oh, why did I click on that one? It's supposed to cover the eye a lot more. Like, essentially... I just don't think it would fit this style that I'm going for here. It's more like this. Move this. We're gonna have to fix the spots now. I'm gonna remove this part, and this part, and this part. This is just for clarity. I could even do something like that to bridge the two parts, or I could do something more like this to bridge the two parts. I feel like I went up a size in my pen. It's kind of messing me up. Like, I could even do something like that. I just feel like it doesn't look as nice. Or maybe not as fitting for the style, like I was trying to say. Something like that is what I was kind of picturing. Because her right eye has always been covered. And like pretty much all the times I've drawn her before. So I'm kind of thinking this. Let me do a new folder real quick where these are, so I can like immediately turn them off so you guys can see the difference. Hello Rio, I hope you are well today. I'm actually trying to figure out which one looks better. Because I'm going to be removing the side bangs no matter what, like the things before the ears. I forgot what it's called. But I kind of want to go back to her original kind of hair like this. I'm just not sure because of like with VTubing, you usually want your eyes to be seen for like expressions and stuff. Oh, so yeah, the difference is pretty much just this. I like that you can see her eyes better. I think it shows kind of the theme of curiosity. This looks like curiosity, but also shyness, because you can't even see her eyebrows. Hello, Alfina, I hope you're well today. Trying to figure out the difference between these two. I feel like this one just says it's like, this one just feels like it's more my style, I guess. I also like to move this part back more. I think I want to go with this one more for the design. Let me go back to this layer real quick and get rid of this spot. I think having the asymmetry here, too, might help with the overall hairstyle. Hello, Uzi! I hope you are well today. We're working more on our VTube model design today. I'm trying to decide between these two hairs right here. I feel like this one kind of matches the style more, because it's how I've been, like, drawing her for who knows how long now. First I was stuck between just like the general removing the hairs before the ears, but I think I'm set on removing them because it just has too much clutter. Her eye cover looks well. Hey, thank you. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm gonna apply that instead because I think it'd have more of like a layer of uniqueness on it. And I kind of wasn't sure about those, like, 3 twisty hairs right there. I think it would be kind of, unique, I guess, but maybe not for Alfie. That's what I was thinking. This does give off more of a shy appearance, though, so that's the only thing I'm unsure about. But it kind of fits. It does fit the theme, I guess. I think I'll start working on the outfit now that we have that cleared up. Just gotta change the layer names and then make sure I have a different layer. Oh my gosh, this is my 50th layer on this. That's actually crazy. I'm gonna go back to our original colors now. Okay, let's see if we can draw it again. I want this kind of like this kind of effect here that you guys are seeing. The more round effect. The roundness, I think, is kind of part of her features. She still has a pointed chin. I need to make that go out more. And I can tell that one's already messed up right here. You know, I should just draw like one side normally and then draw the other one after I reverse it. This is too much of an incline in this one though. I'm gonna do this. I think that's about halfway down the face though. I should just draw this side. Oh no, I really can't do it on this side. What the heck? It's like when you draw the one eye and then you have to draw the other eye. I could just do the symmetry tool technically. What I'm gonna have to do for the actual model art. I want to try to familiarize myself with her actual shape though, for further like art stuff and reference. Because it's important to be able to remember my own character design. Especially for like media, more artworks, thumbnails and whatnot. Maybe I puffed out the cheek too much over here. Remove some parts in here. I can tell the other one has more of a slant, so I'm going to try to fix that here. I want to increase the clarity. Okay, I think that's much better. We could probably flip the canvas again just to see. I do have to change it a little bit. Why do I do this so much? Kind of more turned, if you ask me. Let me zoom out more. I want to try to draw her like full size kind of thing. Might be unwise for me to remove this line here, but I will be doing it. To draw very thin like this. Oh, okay. I'm gonna draw the other eye now. Should have drawn it from more of a head-on view. But I can tell I did not. So I'm gonna need to change some things now. Like this, for instance, needs to be more out. I usually always regret drawing eyes in the same layer as the head. But we'll have to go with it for now. Despite knowing I'll regret my decisions later. And I'm trying to keep like a barrier right about there to prevent the eye from going too far. Kind of like that, even though I know it's going to probably look a little bit messed up when we flip the canvas. Not too bad, actually. Surprised. I will take them and put them on a new layer now, just so I don't get too anxious about it. Because we're going to move these forward. I need to move them more up like this, though. Less down, I guess. Because the whole thing is kind of turned inaccurately. Yeah, that's better. That's better. I'd also like to turn the eyes again. real quick. Something's off about that, but I think it's because I was fixing a little bit of the way that they're offset. But also, the way that I made her eyes look kind of does give off the vibe that it's a little bit at a different angle. So we'll just see how that works then. Okay, next part. I need to draw like multiple directions of her too, so like the left side, right side, behind and front. I think those would be nice to get. I have a lot of art ahead of me. And it doesn't stop there. It only becomes more. That's why it's so important that I like am able to remember my own design. I have to be drawing her a lot. I also think my pen is a little bit too thick for this. Okay, I think we can move it slightly. Bit better. Because I don't want it to cover the eye entirely. I just want to cover the eye a little bit. Looking good. Hey, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. I think we need to turn this more in on itself, though. And then we can fix this part here. So I want it to still be able to show her eyebrows. Is this the same? Yeah, I'm not pressing as hard, but I'm also not pressing very light either, I guess? I don't know, it was kind of bugging on me earlier. Like before I started the stream. Could be something like that. And we're gonna do this because this other one is right behind it. And then we have this part right here. Something like this. Or I could have it end right about here. Because technically for this design, I want to make sure I can separate all the correct pieces. Maybe that's all I'll do for the bangs there, and the other parts will be on the next layer. I have to make sure I put it below, though, rather than above it. I'm going to do this a little bit so we can see. So what we want to do first is we want to make sure we have this part. I'm going to try to add back my original design kind of thing, but with its own nuances, I guess. Oh no! I can't get that back now. Let's see here. I didn't realize that was the actual head getting in the way. Something more like that. Looks a little messy. I think I want to try to recreate what I did on the left side. Or rather, her right. Let me just do a single one here, just so it doesn't cause too much on this side. I think it should also be shorter, so we'll do that real quick. Yeah, that's much better, because I like the short hairstyle for her. I think it keeps the focus more on the bangs in the front rather than the hair behind, which is what I am intending. Pretty much like that then. This part would cover the ear right here, pretty much. And we got the one behind that. We have to dim this one now, and then go back down to this one. And really, there's not much to this layer besides it just covers the head. I intend to keep it that way for the actual model too. Okay, and now for the ponytail. I actually wonder if I should put it on this side now. I'll try to reverse it if I don't like this one. Then keeping it 3 to 4 strands here will be key. Because we don't want too much going on here. Took me a second to figure out which strand is which. I think if we were going to make the other 2 strands like that, we should have made them more flowy, like the original one. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. I can also do like, but it makes it look more messy. I think we can go with that one. I just have to remove a little bit here. We need to keep that part though. Wait, I needed that part. This is the part I need to delete. could have technically made it in front of all these ones, but I put it behind, which caused me a little bit extra difficulty. Three looks even more simplified, and I'm not sure if I should keep it like that or I should keep the 4 strands, because I kind of think the 4 strands give you more you can do with the design. And it makes the hair look a little bit more thick. Meanwhile, hers looks a little bit thin right now. Okay, so I have an idea. I will go back to this one. Where's that? Here. I will erase this part here. I'll make sure it has something kind of like what we had over here. It looks like there's something missing from this side. So whether we had the ponytail on whichever side or not, I think we need to have something there. Like that already looks better to me. I want to flip this. No, not that one. This one. I kind of do like it still on this side, despite it having all like the extra long hairs on this one. It does bring a lot of traffic to this one area. But I do like it. Then using the 3 strands would work more in our favor that way. I'm just wondering if I should continue with the 3 strands or if I should do the 4. I like this little curve thing we do here too. So if I could, I'd like to represent that a little bit. Oh. This one, I'm going to change this one, and then there we go. I don't know how I feel about putting it on this side though. I could even just change this side to be like that. Kinda already has it a little bit. I don't have this like light like transition from this to like right here. Yeah, like that kind of. And then going down like this, and I think having this other one in the way is what's doing it. I'd like these to be in the same kind of field right there. Yeah. I'm thinking kind of like that. Yeah. This is like the midsection of her hair though, so I don't know if I should separate this part right here as its own thing. Because that would kind of work. Just to cover the ear on this side. And this side we'd see the ear. Or should we keep it covered with that one too? I think we should keep it covered on both sides. Okay, I think we got our design for that part. Make everything go back up. All the way. This one, I'm gonna try adding another strand. I just think it'll be a little bit tricky to rig at the end of the day. I definitely don't want to have a hard time rigging with it. However, I think we can make it work. I think we can. I don't want this above the head layer, but I don't know where the head is. Okay, there we go. But we also want this hair to be behind the head. This should be above the head. But just above the head, not the eyes. What's on layer 56 that I'm not seeing? Oh, that's the layer I'm working on, okay. Okay, there we go. We want this to be below that. We want the neck to be below. People usually make it this, like, this peg shape for the neck. I think it's for the sake of, like, rigging and stuff, so that when you move your head up, it will, still show your neck and everything. This is not the model quite yet, but I might want to still do that just for some practice on coloring it. It's going to be one endeavor to make the model art. It's going to be another to have to color and render it all. And then it's going to be another, yet again, for rigging it. And then pretty much after that, we just have like parameters and stuff to set up. And that will be the big reveal from then. I don't know if it's smart for me to be streaming my whole process on this, but I think it might be nice. I think it'd be a lot for me to have to edit videos together for all this footage. But it's nice so I can stream it. And I say that I'm not sure if I should be streaming it because I'm not sure if it ruins the surprise for anyone that likes a surprise. That's the reason I say that. I'm gonna do like something like this, I guess. Yeah, because I know like usually VTubers have this like huge grand reveal kind of thing that no one knows what it's gonna look like by the end. So that's the only reason I think that what I'm doing is kind of different. I need to do this above. Below the head layer, but above this. Okay. Then we can move over this way more. You know, I actually really like the clean look with the hair. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it at first, but it actually feels pretty nice. Make this a tinier triangle. I'll move everything. I just need to move this part. Yeah, I'm really glad we're able to do an art stream today because my pen was kind of messing up before stream. And I started regardless. So I'm just glad it's working. Right about here. Maybe right about here, I think. I did it a little bit too long on the right side, or rather her left. I need to put something above the neck layer. This part. Just need, like, the general body layer right here. We need it to go over the neck layer. This is my general rundown before we do our official VTube model art. This might be rather big. So let me hide this layer a little bit then, just so we can see. So we need the body layer here. You have to cut everything after that. Sorry if I get a little bit quiet here. I just need to do like minor adjustments here and there. Like right about here, I think we're gonna need one. Her neck might be a little bit too long, but I can fix that after. Elbows right about there, I think. I'm not even gonna see it though. Just for like a visual reference. The lower arm shouldn't be as long though as the upper arm, in my experience. It has been an hour now. Also, I'm gonna have to change the size of that arm, but we're just doing it for the heck of it already. See if that will fix having to do too much right now. Lines up pretty much exactly. That's pretty good. I'm gonna have to change it though, because I don't think these line up. Merge that down with this part right here. Ah. I'm gonna do more of like, I was splitting it into a section to make it easier for me to see, but I think this would be easier for me to see. The fact that I'm missing the waist entirely. Something like this. I'm trying to see, there's definitely something wrong with the proportions of this. Yeah, that explains it. Everything's a little bit tilted. A little slanted. Like, literally everything. Hang on. We have this part. This part. These three. At least it's not too hard to fix. Let's see, where is it? And then portions are still a little bit off. I need to do this. That's a little bit more accurate. I need to make sure it's actually front facing though. That's the problem. I need to make sure this part. I think it looks fine on this side, but the other side, not so much. Just want to see if I can copy paste that one. It would look better. Let's do this. Oh, that was not on the right layer. So perhaps we should just take this off of this layer and just hide it then. This one. There we go. Now we can start drawing the outfit more. Let's flip it back though, just to make sure. Okay, Okay. It's more proportional now. At least there's that. What happened to this? What? Okay, so now we have this one. We're gonna turn this one back up, and we're gonna combine those, make this smaller. Oh, actually, this actually really stinks now, because I can't see the shorts. I don't remember where I did that one, so I'll probably end up having to do that next time. I could just draw the skirt for now. Need to figure out where it lands first. Right about here we have... this part. I'd like to draw it without the feathers at first because I know I'm going to have to draw them separately, or at least separate them after. I have to draw them like exactly as I'm seeing them. It's kind of hard. Okay, right about there. I want this part to be more like this. Oh, I should have copied it when I did that. I can still do that, I guess. Right about there-ish. I can tell the proportions definitely aren't matching up, though. Nope, that's perspective. Try to match it up to where it looks like it is on the other side. There we go, and we're gonna slam that down back together, and then... just until I finish the base. So after this, I need to eat dinner. Still. So I'll go do that after this. We have a small little feather right here on both sides, and then we have right about here, and then right here. We need to move it up more. Oh, okay, so we can try moving this whole thing up real quick. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh, we have to make sure that it's on both of them. That's much better. That lines up on both sides, pretty much. I think this one's higher than this one, but that's alright. This one does not have to be perfect. We're going to slam that back down, and then I should put that on the body and not that. And then we have this part right here. You can hardly see these little heart-shaped things. Maybe I should make those pink and blue too. Just like her leggings. It'd be like seen on both sides. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, put that one down there. And then from there, and then we're gonna go over here. I think it's right about here that it ends. It's very flowy though, so I'm not sure if I would do a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. I'm also going to remove this from this layer. Because remember, we want this to be a toggle, so I have to be familiar with toggles and whatnot. I'm going to copy and paste that because I'd like to do this and see if I can make it full like this. We'll fix it. Okay. From there, we can start working on the sleeves, I think. Don't mind Zero, he's barking right now. It sounds kind of funny, I guess. Let's see. He's running all over the house, just barking right now. I say running, but more like patrolling. He's made for some very interesting moments. Like Repo and I think some art streams too. He was barking, it was funny. It does get annoying occasionally, but That's way too short. I need to expand that by a long shot. Like, that's crazy. And then we can take this one. I kind of wish we drew this on a separate layer now. This is what I mean, like sometimes drawing the body first doesn't help me. It helps in some parts, don't get me wrong, but this part specifically, I feel like I needed to know where the outfit is itself, and not just the arms. That's a little better. I think I don't have, actually, yeah, let me fix this. Actually, okay, hang on. While we have this here, I'd like to move this, the actual one. I'm gonna move both of them at the same time. Okay, and then we want to move... Which one? This one? The copy. We're gonna take this one and flip it over. We're gonna do this. What in the world? Yeah, see, there's definitely like a discrepancy there between the arms. So I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to fix that at some point. This is why I'm going to be drawing the actual model with the symmetry tool. Of course, I can't do it with the hair or anything, but... Like, I can't do it for any part of the hair. The hair is different on each side. Actually, I could probably do it for the part back here. But other than that, no. Okay, so we only have this one. The skirt should be underneath, though. No, it should be over, I guess. Okay, I can see what I did there. Even though technically speaking, it should be underneath all this stuff. I kind of see why I did that. I'm just going to make the shorts a separate toggle in itself, I suppose. I think we saved all the colors from last time. I do want to see if I can... Wait, why is it all the way down here? That did not work. Is there a part that isn't filled or something? That's really annoying. I don't like that you get to, like, to use the fill bucket, it has to go on the actual layer there. Like the same layer that you drew the line art on, that's how the fill bucket works. Kinda wish it didn't do that though. Even though I know I am gonna have to merge my render layers to the same layers that are the line art, which is gonna be the scary part with the VTube model. I have never done that before, where I merge the rendering and the line art together. But, yeah, it's kind of what's required for the model. If you want it to be right, at least. I'm at least going to color this part in real quick. Just the main part. And then I think we're going to call it, because I need to go eat something before bed. Just give me a second here. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a quick coloring real quick. Okay, and then we're gonna do... this is the layer that should go over the 56th layer, and then this one, yeah. Okay, it is kind of a little bit crazy that I have to separate those now, but... Oh, dang it. This is the color layer I should be going on. You know, I think this is gonna be a lot of fun to rig, even though I'm really, like, anxious or nervous about it. More like nervous. Because it's something I've never done before. I think it'll be really worth it. I think it'll be really cool. And I hope you guys are also looking forward to that. Because I intend to share my rigging experience either through videos or possibly streaming that too, depending on what you guys are thinking. And depending on my stance on that as I go on. So I'm still unsure about certain aspects of the model, so some of these things might change. However, this is still one of my story character designs, regardless. This outfit, I mean. So even if a part of the outfit design changes, this is still one of my outfits, my story. So I will still be using this as like a music video thing, probably later down the line. We'll see how everything goes. I'm hoping I can get into music stuff, even if it takes a while. I'm committed to it. I would like to see it done. Yeah, I might even work on this a little bit off of stream too, depending on how I'm feeling about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This was day 321 of streaming every single day, and our 66th art stream. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful night. Bye.